Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQA Nostalgia here, and today I want to do something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I want to introduce you guys to Multi-Theft Auto. And you can see I'm wearing my Sons of Anarchy cut. That is custom-made clothing that people can make in the game. Same with the pants. Now, the reason why I didn't do this before is because the frame rate, it just kind of suffers on my computer. And the reason why that is my computer sucks for one, and two, this is a heavily modded game. The server that I'm playing on is kind of like an MMORPG. You can see we have all these jobs here: waste collector, trucker, taxi driver. I'm not going to verbally go through and name all of them because you can read them perfectly fine. But there are a lot of jobs to do, and it's a lot like an MMORPG, only Grand Theft Auto. That's really the best way to describe it. There's up to, I believe, 1,000 people, maybe a little bit more than 1,000 people can join this server at a time. So it can get quite busy, and when it does get busy, it tends to lag a little bit, but not like it used to back in the day, because I've been playing on this server for about 3.5 years now, and you can see I just picked up the hooker job. Well, I'm browsing over it. You can preview the skins and all that stuff, but there's a lot of stuff to do in the game. And some of you might remember when San Andreas first launched, they had sex in the game. It was kind of like a secret where you could woo your girlfriend or whatnot, and you could have sex, but then they later removed it from the game because of complaints. Apparently these guys were able to get a hold of that, so it is in the game. Now this is only for PC. I should mention that right away. This is not on any consoles. Now you can see I was just wearing a jetpack. That is for VIPs only. Now you can buy VIP with real cash, or you can buy it with cash in game. A lot of RPGs do that now, so they do the same thing. And this is the auction system. And there's a very vibrant community, and there's just a huge economy around everything. And you see all the stuff these people are selling, even weed, all sorts of drugs and stuff. And I'll go over drugs in a minute. And we also have a teleportation system to help you get around the world very quickly. Because if you guys remember, San Andreas is a really big game. And I remember playing it single player back in the day and thinking, man, this should be online because it's so much wasted space just to run around with a bunch of NPCs. It's a fucking huge game. So there's definitely a lot going on with this game. And you can see here all the vehicles that I own. I'm going to show you a couple of these here. This is my chopper. And there are some mods for it, so this one's been kind of customized a little bit. The original chopper, I believe, looks a little different. You can even tweak your headlights. You can see here I'm entering the headlights as a command to change the different colors of your headlights. There's a lot of customization in the game, and it just helps to make it a lot more fun and feel more unique to whatever you're trying to do. Your character can be customized in a million different ways, and I'm going to show you guys that in a second here. Now, one of the things about this game is you don't want to play it on this server anyway, the CIT2 server, is you don't want to play it like single player. You don't want to smash into people because it's considered deathmatching, and you can get in trouble for that. You don't want to just shoot anybody. I think they disabled being able to shoot anyone anyway, like just cops and criminals. But back in the day, you could really be an asshole and get yourself into a lot of trouble. But it's more like a role-playing server, and they don't want griefing and trolling. But you can see here there's house icons all over, and there are tons of houses that you can buy. And up here you can see how much it's selling, who's selling it, the interior ID. There's many different interiors to buy. And typically, the more lavish the interior, the more people are selling it for. Location plays a big part of that, and you will see a little bit of lag, like I said. I apologize for that. My computer kind of sucks. But yeah, there are many different interiors. Some of them are custom made, I believe, by the people who run the server. And here are the drugs. And these are the buffs in the game. There are many different buffs. You can see here all the different effects. See-through walls, lower gravity, faster actions, increased health, max health, +2 HP every 8 seconds with steroids, semi-invincibility, and camera mode. Camera mode's a lot of fun. Mescaline's fun to play around with, and you'll see some of that at the end of the video when I go to a wedding. They just introduced weddings into the game, so it's pretty interesting. There's not a lot of girls on this server, so you can imagine there's a lot of gay marriages going on. And it's just funny, nobody takes it serious. But this is my Infernus, and this does have a vehicle mod on it, and you can customize your car in many different ways. Like I said, there's tons of shit you can do for customization, and these are the different vehicle mods to change the skin of your vehicle. As you can see, there are many of them. Now, as you're going to see in a second here, there is nitrous. I just used nitrous And you can get that from fishing, which actually sells pretty good on the market. So it's one of the nice perks of being a fisherman. You don't just catch fish, you also get nitrous. And that was not supposed to rhyme, but you can see I'm in San Fierro. It's not very busy here. This is known as the civilian area where people just go to pick up jobs and stuff. You can pick up jobs in Los Santos, but typically you do them here. Now, this is a clothing store, and like I said, there's a lot of housing. You notice all these little houses. I can't stress that enough. There's over 3,000 houses that you can pick from. I believe that's an accurate number. But anyway, when you come into here, you can pick different skins. And once again, variety. You know, Tommy Vercetti. There's all sorts of stuff that's been added in. They got Jill Valentine from Resident Evil, Vin Diesel, which actually looks pretty good. It looks a lot like Vin Diesel. They got the bunnies and stuff like that. These were just added recently, I believe. Diver, Claude from GTA 3. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I would like to show all of these to you guys, but I'd be here for probably, I don't know, 5 minutes just going through all of these skins. So yeah, there's lots of customization. Now, the only way you can wear custom clothing is if you're playing as CJ, because it's only been built to his model. It would be hard to program it to go to all the different models. But this clothing here is custom built by players, and I think it's done with an outside program. I believe they use Photoshop. I'm not certain. I haven't messed with it because I've been gone for quite a while and just recently came back. But as you can see, there's a lot of options. We even have Assassin's Creed Black Flag shirt that somebody made, and it shows their name. Now, whenever this clothing sells, that's one of my personal favorites right there, Pink Floyd. Whenever this clothing sells, it actually sends the money to the people that have put it up there. And it's a Joker shirt. There's all sorts of stuff, and so there's always going to be more stuff coming in the more people put together. And you can actually ask people to make custom clothing for you on the server, and if you pay them, they will make it. It's a little brony, stoner brony. But yeah, there's just tons of shit, man, to choose from. That's another one of my personal favorites, Sons of Anarchy. But yeah, like I said, there's lots of options, and I'd like to go through and show you guys all the hair and all the styles, watches, necklaces, and all that. But that would take roughly 30 minutes. I mean, if I wanted to show you guys everything this server has to offer, I don't know, you're looking at like a 4 or 5 hour video. It would be a long, lengthy process, and even then, I don't think I'd get every little detail in there. Now, I want to show you guys a quick convenience store. In here, you can buy a few things. You used to be able to buy lottery tickets in here, but I think you use the sit phone for that now. There's dildos and stuff you can buy, cane, pool cue, golf club, flower, spray can, camera, night vision, infrared, and parachute. I'm actually going to buy a parachute because you never know when you're going to fall out of somebody's plane. Shit happens all the time. There's tons of weapons. You can level up your weapons in a shooting range to, I think it increases damage and stuff like that. I'm not entirely certain because I haven't done it in a long time. And you can see I just tried to turn criminal inside, which you can't, which is a newbie mistake. But now I am set as a criminal, and you can't actually swing objects or shoot without being a criminal. And that's something that's kind of a new change, because like I said, I stopped playing for a little while. But back in the day, you could just open fire on anyone, and you could really grief people. But now you do have to be a criminal or a cop in order to do that. I'm going to go ahead and spawn my rustler, and I'm going to get it stuck. This is a very expensive plane in the game for, if you're new, you're not going to be able to afford one of these because it does fire. It has like turrets on the side of it for firing, and that's a lot of fun when you go up to Los Venturas to fire at other people. Like I said, you can't deathmatch. They call it deathmatching down here, or you will get in trouble. And I think it's been completely disabled. I'm not certain, but yeah, back in the day, you'd get in a lot of trouble for deathmatching because people like to report you. That's one of the things that kind of sucks about the server. And you're gonna see here, I failed trying to take off, and I accidentally hit my weather button, and I crashed. So that didn't work out too well. I knew it was risky and I was probably going to crash, but I'm fucking crazy like that. I did it anyway. So here is the map, and you can see all these little blips everywhere. That's my blip right there, and there are tons of people. It's kind of like off hours when I did this. I think it was like midnight or some shit. But you can see TSF right here. That is our base. You can have bases if you're in an official group. It's like groups are like guilds or clans, and TSF has been around. The Street Fighters, as we're known, we've been around for a long time. And groups actually they level up over time. They can become official, which is a really good thing to do. And up here you can see Las Venturas. People are fighting turf wars up there, and all those colored squares that I was showing you a second ago. That's where people are taking over turf, and the different groups, the different gangs are taking those over, and the colors are representative of the color of your gang. If TSF was up there, it would be turning yellow because we'd be taking over shit. But yeah, like I said, you do raise in status as a group, and it takes a long time. It took TSF years to become level 3. Uh, I don't know, I think like 4 years or something like that. And as you become official and you go up in ranks, you're able to get bases and cool shit like that. And I think I'm going to be flying over there now because I did record this earlier and I'm just laying down the commentary separate. Now these graphics, you can mod them to look a little bit better. Actually, you can mod them to look a lot better. Now, one of the things you'll notice about the game is the view distance comparable to like the original without any mods. You can see very far. In the original, I think there was haze that was in the way, but recently they added, well, not recently, I think it was like a year or two ago, they added the ability to see a lot further. And I'm actually going to come in here and show you cars. That's right, I forgot. There are many different cars, and each shop doesn't, if you come to this shop and there isn't a car here that you're looking for, you can find it somewhere else because each shop has different cars. Some of them repeat, but some of them are specialty shops with different stuff. Now there are many, many different cars. That's one thing about this mod is the variety is just it's astounding. All the things, the ways you can customize your car. Some of them are more customizable than others. Some of them you can just change the color. Other ones you can put spoilers on them. You can do all sorts of shit. I mean, you can get really detailed with the paint and the stuff that you can do. You can even tune your car to make it go faster and stuff like that, which is something that they added while I was gone, so I don't know too much about that. But yeah, you'll notice I try to show you guys the color differentiation, and it doesn't really work out here because I've been away for a while. I've kind of forgot which cars you could really get creative with. So I'm gonna pick Slam Van, and I'm gonna take it in and get it customized to show you guys how that works. But yeah, I mean, the customization options are, almost limitless. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, and it amazes me how few people actually know about this and play it because it's fucking awesome. I love this mod. I absolutely love it. Specifically, this server. This is really the only server you should play, the CIT2 server, because the other servers are cool. Like they have racing servers and they have zombie DayZ style servers, but really, they all suck compared to this. You can see you can really get creative here with all the different options, um, the different paint jobs and stuff. And there are car shows where people go to car shows, and anybody can host them. You put up money, and there's like an entry fee. Some people do them for free. You can see this asshole tried to pull in here when I was in here. People tend to get a little impatient waiting for you. But, that's just the way it is. You can put it in hydraulics, all sorts of shit. So, yeah, this is kind of like a melon mobile. Looks like a freaking watermelon. But, like I said, I'm surprised more people don't play this. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are graphics whores, and that's just a shame. I know that Grand Theft Auto 5 looks better, but from what I've heard, the multiplayer in Grand Theft Auto 5 sucks. And I know for a fact there's no way in hell the multiplayer is as good as it is in this, because this is just phenomenal. When I first heard about this, I think it was 2004, 2003, back when it was a Vice City, mostly people were just playing Vice City. I don't think they had San Andreas. I heard that they had multiplayer Grand Theft Auto. My cousin actually got me into it, and it was just all deathmatching chaos servers back then. And then this came out, several years later, and it's just a blast. I mean, if you're one of those people who's playing GTA 5 online, yeah, the graphics look good, but I'm telling you right now, dude, I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, I've watched reviews and I've seen people play it. It does not have shit on Multi Theft Auto, nothing at all. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. Now, I was going to show you guys the vehicle mods here, but I kind of failed a little bit in doing this because this stuff's pretty new to me. They did have it just before I stopped playing, but yeah, I'm not too familiar with it, so I was fumbling around with it a little bit. But this is a good opportunity for me to tell you guys how this server works and how you can get online. It's really simple. I know there's mods out there that are kind of difficult to install. You have to know a little bit of what you're doing. But all you need is a copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I mean, they sell them at Walmart still. I'm pretty sure they sell them at Walmart and Best Buy because it was a really popular game. And not only that, you could just do what everybody does and get it off of Steam. It's $10. I believe it's $10. I've seen it go for sale for like $2 to $5, something like that. So you can get it really cheap. You just need a copy of the game. Once you got a copy of the game, you just Google Multi Theft Auto and click on the link and download the mod, and you are good to go. You just launch the mod and everything runs. But yeah, I mean, you have to create an account and all that stuff. Typical stuff that everybody's used to with online games. And when you first get in, you're not going to have anything. It's like an MMORPG in that sense. You're not going to have any money. You're not going to have cars. You're not going to have guns. You're not going to have shit. You have to work your way up, which is part of the allure. It helps to keep the game fun. And when I started, I had nothing. I had a buddy of mine who was like, "Hey, man, you can have this house," and then he took it back. So I didn't even have a house anymore. And he recommended that I play as a pilot, and I did that for a while, and it paid pretty good. And you go up levels in most jobs. You can see me messing around with the hydraulics. You can go up levels, and your pay grade goes up. So when I really started to get in money was when I started fishing, and it's really, really boring. It's one of those jobs where you can just kind of go AFK and watch whatever you want, like TV and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that can't do it because it's so mind-numbingly fucking boring. But I did it, and I did it for a long time, and I maxed it out, and now I have millions. And it took a long time to get to those millions. And you'll see me busting up my car here. I just want to show you guys how the mechanic job works. Now, mechanic is one of those jobs where they don't have levels, and I suggested it on the forums because you can leave suggestions and they might listen to you, that they add a leveling system so you can level up and get pay increases. And they did add it. They listened to what I said, and they added it. But the script that was running it was really buggy, so they got rid of it. And you can see there's different skins you can pick. Every job has different skins. This is the latest one, the female one. It's most popular because boobs, and that's, boobs. So everybody pretty much rolls with this skin. But anyway, it's a flat rate of pay for this job and medics as well. Two of my favorite jobs. It's just a shame that they don't rank up, but they do make a decent amount of money. Now, repairing your own vehicle is like a reduced rate. It doesn't charge you as much as if somebody was repairing it for you as opposed to yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Rustler since I completely wrecked it. And usually when you pull these out, people, a lot of the new players tend to go nuts because they know how much it costs. I think it's 4 million. And trust me, it takes a long time to get 4 million when you first start out. 22 million is what I have on me now. If I sold all my vehicles, I'd have probably like 30 million. I did at one point have about 50 million, but I blew a lot of it on guns and, other things like VIP and shit like that. Now this is the sit phone. You can see we have all sorts of options here. You can even mark other players to go to them. You can check out your housing. You can play the lottery. I play the lottery every day. Then you have sit book, just like the Facebook. You can add friends, and when you add friends, if you lock your car door, they can get in without you having to unlock it. You can send people messages. There's a radio with streaming channels. All these are live satellite radio. It's all live and streaming. Now, if you do use this, it will kind of up your paying a little bit because you are streaming it. And I actually made the mistake of playing it, and that's something that you can't do on YouTube. They kind of frown on that. If they hear music, they slam your ass with matched content. So I'm going to have to go ahead and mute this section. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to mute a couple sections because there's music playing, especially at the wedding towards the end. But yeah, you could add your own custom music. You can listen to stations, tons and tons of stations. Like I said, lots of shit, lots of customization, and it's a blast. You can see all these stations I've got here. GTA, just basic stuff that I added to the MP3 player. But yeah, If you like customization, this game's got a shitload of it. You can even call people like limo drivers, mechanics, paramedics, pilots, police, and taxi drivers. And I think I'm going to call a paramedic just to show you guys. Now, this call goes out to every paramedic. There are 48 of them. I can't really see the screen because it's small when I'm editing. But yeah, that went out to a bunch of paramedics to go to where I am. Usually they don't listen. Mechanics tend to listen, especially if you have people that are rolling around in a chopper like I used to do. There's a ton of animations or emotes. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. You're gonna notice the frame rate drop right here for some reason. It does it. There's like spikes of of lag whenever I do this. It's one of the reasons, like I said, why I didn't do this video sooner. But yeah, you can go full retard. There's all sorts of shit, and these are fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's really funny. It fits into situations. People can act quite inappropriate. You can imagine, especially with this one and this one, it's lagging, but you can kind of see what she's doing there. Uh, Strip clubs and stuff like that, all sorts of fun. Yeah, that slow down right there. It's a bitch. Yeah, so all sorts of shit, all sorts of customization. You can slap ass. It's always fun. Okay, so I'm going to go back to being a criminal, which is as easy as entering the command /criminal. And I believe cops can do the same thing. And I love the getup I've got on this guy. All this stuff is pretty new to me, the clothing options, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Sons of Anarchy and shit like that, so the biker stuff is definitely awesome. If I was not in the Street Fighters, TSF, I would definitely join the bikers, but I would never leave TSF because I have to say, I've been a part of a lot of guilds and clans throughout many, many MMOs in different games, but the Street Fighters, I haven't been that tight with a group before. I mean they're my boys. We all know each other. A lot of us have been friends for years, so it's really tight. I would absolutely never leave. But yeah, it's the first group I ever joined, and it's the last one I'm gonna ever join. Now you can see you can be a Playboy bunny. Now, in order to get people to accept sex, you have to jump onto the back of their vehicle or enter the passenger side or whatever. Now, the benefits of sex for them is that they get a buff. I believe it buffs their health. They might have changed it, but I think that's the way it was before. And you get paid, and it does a little sex scene, like I said, that was removed from the game previously. I might show you guys at the end. I'm still not certain if I should do that or not. Or if YouTube is going to give me shit about it. These tents are pretty new. You can, I think if you're a donator or if you're a criminal boss, a crime boss, if you rank up enough by killing cops and stuff, you can put down tents in barricades, all sorts of barricades and shit like that. But I try to come over here and get someone to accept some sex, some sexy time, but nobody's interested. Being a hooker isn't easy. It really isn't. You would think, you just be a hooker and there you go. Hookers typically stand outside of events, and the events in the game, they go on like every, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes or so, and it's between criminals and cops. I apologize, my mic is crackling a bit here. There are events between criminals and cops, and you can see I got stuck a little bit. I got hung up on the vehicle, and someone just blew up. That can kill you if you're near a car that blows up. Now, in order to get that car functioning again, he's going to have a mechanic fix it. Or he could become a mechanic and fix it himself. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, there are criminal events. And they're a lot of fun. People go to them. A lot of people go to them, actually. And it's another way to deathmatch, cops versus criminals. And then there's paramedics that go there to heal either side who plays the healer. And it's just a lot of fun. I mean, you can become top criminal or top bank robber, top cop and stuff like that. And paramedics, actually, over time, they can become what's known as Jesus Christ, which is the highest rank, and they get a halo over their head. It just looks cool. It just helps to customize and tells people, I've been around for a while, and I'm a kick-ass healer. So yeah, criminal events, there's some people hanging out there. You will see convoys and shit like that going down the street. The bikers like to do that a lot, I've noticed. and it's pretty badass when you see that going on. But yeah, criminal events. I think there's 5 of them. They've added some since, and I haven't bothered to count. Sorry about my tail being in your face. But this is my base, not my base, but my group's base, the Street Fighters. It's Jizzy's strip club from the single player, and it is completely badass. Our base, not to sound like cocky or arrogant, is kind of like the envy of many people. And we just got this a couple days ago, and yeah, nobody has housing like this in the game. It just, you can't, as just a single player, have this. This is something that only groups can have. And throughout the years, we've had many different bases. I can't even remember how many we've had, and you'll notice I have a bit of a lag spike here where I have to stop and restart fraps. But yeah, anyway, many different bases we've gone through, and each one has pretty much been an upgrade over the other. And you can see we have like a little tower there, or like a watch station with a computer, and I'll show you that in a second. This is the bar. Doesn't really look like a bar. It's more like a restaurant, but we call it the bar. And you can throw parties in the game. We have a kitchen back here, and when people throw parties, it's just like an event where people get together and they talk and they hang out. And we've had some pretty big parties where a lot of people show up. Now, back in the day, one of my favorite things to do was to go through the mansion that we had and randomly drop like 10,000 all over the place and have like an Easter egg hunt. So you can get really creative. I mean, when you got a lot of money like I do, and most of TSF has, we do stuff like that. We drop money and we give people an incentive to come and hang out. Wow, this is the computer room. I don't believe it does a goddamn thing except for looking really badass. There is the cemetery back there, and there's a random player running around trying to get into the vehicle spawns. It doesn't work. Only TSF can access these. Each feature that you're seeing here, I believe, costs a decent amount of money. Having the cars added cost money. So we do have a group bank pool that we can all throw money into, and I've thrown I don't know, probably like 10 or 20 mil into it by now. Like I said, you can increase the graphics. Usually I do have them increased where the water looks better. All the textures are better, the cars look better, and everything like that. Over here we have a little heal station. And one of the things about becoming an official group, is you can actually take on a job for your group. In this case would be the Street Fighters. And we have custom skins and stuff. Now, a couple of these skins that we put together, somebody had put TSF on. You can see there, and one of our leaders, Kishu, put one together. It's a skin of Zero, which is one of the coolest characters in the single player. I always liked Zero. That's where you would play with the airplanes and stuff. If you guys remember that. With the toy airplanes. We do have marijuana over here, so if you come and visit, you can indulge. Only if you have a medicinal card, though. We don't want to get in trouble. We do have a helipad here. I know you guys are probably going, what the fuck? Just show me the game, but I have to show off the base, because, I mean, unless you play the game, you don't understand how long it takes to get a kick-ass base like this. But yeah, that is the helipad. I'm going to come down here and show you guys. Where am I going to go next? Oh yeah, we have like an arena. Destruction Derby arena. And that's a lot of fun to just kick around in and slam into each other and shit like that. It's pretty big, and there are several different cars to choose from. And, it's one of those games where you don't have to level up jobs. You can just screw around, just like you could always screw around in Grand Theft Auto. And one of the perks of being in a group like this is that there's a lot more stuff to do. It is a lot of fun. I've actually gotten over that gate. I don't know if they fixed that yet, but you can jump over it. And yeah, like I said, it's just a lot of fun to slam into people and shit. But not so much fun when you're by yourself. I just wanted to show you guys what's up with this. But yeah, usually we get I don't know, 10, 20 people in here. You can get a shitload of people in here. And you can see people advertising to come to their wedding, because they just added that. And wedding rings cost a lot of money right now. You can craft wedding rings. You can craft all sorts of shit. One of the things I didn't show you guys in this video, I don't think I put it in there. No, I didn't. Is the crafting table. They had added that after I was gone on break. But right now, I think I'm going to head to, yeah, MDM, Mad Dog's Mansion. That is a criminal event, one of many of criminal events that I mentioned, and this is a custom helicopter. The reason why I painted it that color is I usually play a medic, so I'm going to go get the medic job right now, which gives you guys a pretty decent view of the city. Now, like I said, they did increase the view, so you can see a lot further, and a lot of the stuff that looks really crappy, like I said, you can put mods on it to make it look better. I've got it at the very lowest setting right now so that it runs at least decently. It kind of pains me looking at it. I gotta be honest, because it doesn't look as good as it should, and the frame rate sucks. But I love this game so much that I just don't even care. I just want to show you guys. I've held off on it for so long. But yeah, this is where medics go. You can pick up a medic-only helicopter. And you'll notice when I get out, I can hide my vehicle. You can put different binds in. Normally, you would have to type in hide vehicle or some shit like that. I've got it bound to my keyboard. So there are many different binds that you'll want to learn. And they just added her. She's another one. Well, about a year ago, they added her. You can see the spray paint can that they use, like a health spray. They got really creative. It's another one of the things I love about this server. These guys are really creative. I mean, they took green spray paint and made it into a health spray. Actually, when you do go to events as a medic now, you don't have to spray people. You just have like an AOE heal. It used to be where you had to type deploy and you wouldn't be able to move, and you'd have like a green aura around you where people could run to get healed. But they took that away, and now as long as you're standing still, you give off a heal over time to anybody that's close to you. And it's convenient, but I'm kind of old school, and I liked being able to just run around and spray everyone. But what can you do? And before I go to Mad Dog's Mansion, I actually want to show you guys a place that I've been eyeballing for a little while here. It's a house that I want to buy, and I think the game messes up a little bit right here, and I have to reset it. But yeah, this frame rate starts to bog down, and I have to start it over. So I think I'm going to edit this part right here. Okay, and I'm back. So yeah, I've been eyeballing this place. It goes for 20 million, which is no small potatoes. It's pretty much every dime that I have, unless I sell my vehicles, which I really don't want to do. But yeah, it's not like too much to look at on the inside, but what's appealing to me is the outside and its location. It's up in the hills, which is very much a coveted area, being up in the hills. And it overlooks the PDR, the police department raid, which is a criminal event, and it's really cool that it does that. So it's just one of those things that it's just a perk. It's kind of like Endgame. That's PDR down there, that red building down there. It's got a pool but no water in it. But yeah, I've been watching that place. It's like I said, it's selling for 20 mil, so I might pick that up. And now I'm gonna head to Mad Dog's Mansion. And you can see my buddy there telling everybody to come to the wedding, but I want to show you guys how this works first. Now, like I said, there's several different criminal events. Each of them are different, but they're pretty much generally the same. Now, I do believe this place was for sale, actually. And back in the day, we didn't have Mad Dog's Mansion event. So the person who bought this has probably been holding on to it for a very long time, because as you can imagine, having this as your own house where the events take place in the back, that's badass. That's like a high roller place to own, and I think it's selling for something like 900 million. The guy who's got it up there, he knows nobody's ever going to buy it. He's just showing off like, haha, I own this place. But yeah, you can see I'm over here with the cops. I do not typically heal cops. I do belong to a criminal group, and you will get kicked from that criminal group if you play as a cop. But yeah, you can see the different emotes here. I just put up a heart to show you guys, not because I love cops, mind you. I just want to be careful, let everybody know that I'm not a cop lover. But yeah, when you enter here, it randomly places you on either side, I believe. I think you can actually get in on the other side for criminals now. I don't think it was like that back in the day, but you'll notice that I run up here to get over to where the criminals are, and because of all these people in here, the frame rate drops way down. And I almost took this section out, but then I would be cutting out a big part of what this game is. Now, dude just got owned. Sit down. If you're not careful, you're going to die quick. And they do have turrets on either end to prevent people from all out rushing you and pushing you back, where the turrets will mess up the team that rushes too hard. But sitting right here, you can see my money going down because I am getting shot up a little bit by standing out in the open, and I duck back there. You can see the green down in the bottom right corner where I'm getting money. And I don't do this for money. I'm just doing it so I can become Jesus Christ status and get the halo. It's something that a lot of our group members wants to have, so we can all say, we're all Jesus Christ members. And we dominated as medics when we played this night. We absolutely dominated. We took the top medic slots, and after each event, it'll show you who did the most damage for criminals, cops, and who did the most healing. So 3 of our members, we took all 3 slots twice in a row, so we had a good night. But yeah, playing as a medic, it's kind of boring. You just kind of sit there and heal people. Back in the day, you could spray, and you'll see there is one person that thinks she can spray. If it looks like she's elbowing them, that's because the animation that happens when she's close, that actually does heal them, but not indoors. You actually just want to stand there, and yeah, that's kind of that person is a newbie. She should be crouched. If you're playing as a medic, you want to stay crouched so that you stay out of the criminal's line of sight. And you don't want to be standing up, and you don't want to be blocking either. It's not a good idea to stand right in front of them, because if they try to get around the corner and you're standing in front of them, they can get killed, so you don't want to block. There are some unwritten rules like that, but it's just stuff that you learn, etiquette and shit like that you learn over time. Now you can see that they started pushing the cops back, and they don't. The criminals don't want to go into there because there is a turret in there. Now, after a certain amount of time, the turret will disable and go away, so that the match doesn't drag on, for like 30 minutes, and they can't go in there. Cops can camp, or criminals can camp. They don't want you to camp for too long, so they will disable the turret, and that's when people will rush in and finish them off. But right now, you can see there's 15 robbers versus 10 police, and a lot of the times I have to say that the cops win, just because criminals, they typically don't work together. Back in the day, though, when I first started playing, criminals were a lot more strategic. And nowadays, it seems like they're more about themselves and getting kills, and they're not watching each other's back. They tend to fall back a lot. Like, the cops will rush forward. They'll say rush, and they'll come running, and the criminals just tuck tail and run. Where I personally think the best thing they could do is stand their ground and just mow down anybody who runs, because when you're running, you're not shooting, so it kind of leaves you open. But you can see they've got them pinned down here, and it does not look good for the cops. And there's just bodies hitting the floor. But yeah, like I said, they cannot go in there. If they do, they will be in trouble. And I think one of my buddies is in there actually healing a cop. I should have said something to him about that. Dude, what are you doing? But yeah, you want to get one of the top healing slots. So I guess that's what he was thinking. Well, he's dancing now. A lot of the people in my group are quite comical. We have a lot of fun. We fool around a lot. But this is the gist of it for criminal events. You just you go in and you murder the other side. But yeah, I think I've played a cop like 3 times. Playing cops, it's I'd rather be a badass criminal, That's just how I am. I'm heavy metal and bikers and shit like that. So that's where my mentality is. And, after a while, you kind of tend to hate cops, because if you're driving fast, you can actually have traffic cops that can ping how fast you're going. And you'll get hit with 1 star. You can pay a fine on a 1 star as long as you haven't been violent. But there's newbie cops that'll kill you for 1 star, when etiquette wise you shouldn't do that. You should only kill 2 stars and up. But you can see there's VIP hats you can put on to be a little silly and stand out, and only VIPs can do that, obviously. But yeah, cops are a pain in the ass, man. They're just a pain in the ass. Now, one of the things about cops is if you're a criminal, when you get killed and you're wanted, you're going to sit in jail. And depending on how many stars you've got, you could sit in jail for quite a long time, but that's a good thing. It sucks that you have to sit there, but the more stars you get, the more badass of a criminal you are. It just means you've killed a lot of cops before they finally caught you, and it's something that's a lot of fun. But cops have a taser where they can tase criminals, and then if they hit them 2 or 3 times with their billy club, they send you to jail. And well, they don't send you to jail, but they have to take you to jail, and they get more cop points, whatever you want to call it, if they actually arrest you as opposed to killing you. They get less points if they kill you, but yeah, if they put you under arrest, you lose control of your character, and then it takes some time to drive you to the station. They've got a set amount of time to drive you there, and the whole time it's just a pain in the ass. But yeah, I don't like cops. I don't like them. But just to be well-rounded, I have to tell people all the things they can do. Well, I'm probably not going to get everything, but I know they can be detectives, where there's clues that'll pop up around the city, and you just have to go and collect the clues, and you can be a detective. There's traffic cops, like I said. They can put down spikes, so if someone's going like, I don't even know what the speed limit is. If you're just going slow, they won't pop your tires. But if you're going really fast, the spikes will pop your tires, and it's a pain in the ass. I usually kill traffic cops. If I'm going fast and they hit me with speeding, I get pissed off and I hop out and I usually kill them. Now this is the wedding chapel they just added. You can see there's a limo chilling there waiting for the groom and groom, because like I said, this is 2 guys getting married. Because yeah, there's not a lot of females. It's just the way it is. It's kind of funny, but a lot of people are doing that. So there's really not a lot to it. You go in and you get married. There's not a lot of structure. There's like no scripting to it really. That's right now. There's not a lot of scripting, but I'm sure later on they will add stuff, because that's the tendency of this server, is to just constantly be improving. There's updates all the time. I mean, I was gone for like 8 months, and when I came back, the updates, man, the updates, the things that they added, the game completely changed. So there's so much that you can do. But yeah, I had to mute the audio here because they were playing that song 21 Guns. And yeah, I can't have that or I'll get in trouble. But you can see the 2 guys in the middle, those are the guys that are getting married. And the rings, like I said, they're not cheap, so they probably spent like 500,000 each on them. I'm not certain what the perks of getting married are, or if there are any at all. But right now, it's kind of like the thing to do because it's new, so everybody's doing it. But yeah, now when I was saying that criminals or cops could do different things like detective and shit like that, criminals can do different things too, like robbing houses. I'm not certain all the new stuff they added, but they did add a bunch of shit that criminals can do. Or you can just drive around shooting cops, you know what I mean? Usually that's what we do. We all get into a bunch of cars, like we'll have like 5 cars. We'll pile in and we'll hang out the window and just shoot the fuck out of cops and drive around. And man, it's a lot of fun. Usually we'll stand the ground in our base and we'll have, man, it's usually like 50 cops show up. And there's not just cops, like regular cops. There's special groups where you have to like have so many hours put into the game. You have to be elite, like so many arrests and shit like that. Same thing goes for criminal groups like us. I think we're at like it's a 100-hour minimum to join us. But yeah, you can become part of the Air Force. They require you to be very good with various types of vehicles. The Air Force get special vehicles actually that can fire missiles and shit like that. I'm not certain what they're called. There's certain cops like SWAT. They get special SWAT units and stuff like that. So it's not just cops. You do have SWAT in the Air Force. There's like SAPD, a few other ones. I don't know if the SEALs are still around or not. An Army and stuff like that. But there's task force. But there's many different groups with different perks and stuff like that. You can see one of our members changed his name to Priest, and he is overseeing this. He's going to marry these fine gentlemen. But yeah, that's the server, and that's in a nutshell, mind you. I've been rambling on for 44 minutes, and I want to keep this short, but it's really hard because there's so much going on with this server, And if I want to show you just a glimpse of it, it takes like an hour. So if you're still listening to me, I appreciate that. Hopefully you will join the server. You can see this guy's a little intoxicated up there. You can get drunk, you can smoke, which I'm gonna do right now. And yeah, there's just a bunch of different commands and shit. So yeah, for any of my subscribers that are interested in joining, go ahead and do that and send me a friend invite when you get in. I will be sure to hook you up with a little bit of money. Obviously, I discourage begging. There are quite a few people who will beg me because you can see how much money somebody has, and when they see I've got money, yeah, they tend to beg, which is against the rules. You can't get in trouble for that. So there are rules, but I can't get you guys an invite to the Street Fighters. You have to have a certain amount of hours. I think it's like 75 to 100 hours. They might have changed it. So you have to have hours, and also you can't have. I don't think you can have any recent punishments. You have to behave yourself. You can't be an asshole. When you do kill people, and it's not hard to get punished. Since I've been punished several times. So when you do kill people, you don't want to talk shit like haha fag, I just killed you, because that's flaming, and you don't want to flame. You can tell someone to fuck off or get in even a brief argument with someone in the chat, but typically that is discouraged. They don't like if you swear, you don't get into trouble. You typically this guy is passed out over here. But yeah, I can't get you guys an invite to my squad. But I have started with one of my buddies a separate squad, which is kind of like a side group. But it is called Cowboys from Hell, CFH for short. You can see my name, Tony, 2 times there, CFH at the end. But yeah, it's a biker squad, and right now I'm just kind of rolling with the Sons of Anarchy cut. I'm probably gonna have one custom made, like a Cowboys from Hell cut with maybe a Pantera logo. I don't know. I was thinking maybe doing like a Typo Negative thing because it's pretty much my favorite band. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys join, I will be sure to buy you a chopper, not a helicopter, mind you, a bike, a chopper, and give you some money to set you up with some clothes. And yeah. But let me know in the comments section if you want to do that so you can make sure I'm online because I don't think you can send somebody an offline message unless they change that. But yeah, make sure you do that and we'll get you set up. And here you can see the mescaline that I took. It gives you like a camera mode where you can just pan around and look around. I wanted to get a good shot of this because it's pretty funny. It's a little homo, whatever. I'm not a homophobe or anything. It's just funny. Like I said, not a lot of girls, so having a lot of guys get married in the game. I imagine there's probably going to be quite a few divorces, but yeah, that's how it is. And even that chick that was sitting over there, that's probably a dude. But yeah, a lot of games, there's just a lot of dudes, so it's kind of hard to find a female population. But there are females that play the game. There's probably not a whole lot of them, and there might be some that don't. They don't let people know that they're female because, they kind of tend to get attention that might not be wanted. So make sure to check out the description for a link to the Multi-Theft Auto website. I know I said to Google it, but I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I'm just going to put it in there anyway. But yeah, that is about it for this video, guys. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.